Yeah, Eddie James. Shouts to Eddie James. AEW gets this new team. Well, yeah, the Warner Brothers Discovery's upfronts. If y'all don't know what upfronts are, every one of these networks,
linear contents. Yep.
Yeah, content providers, whatever you want to call them. They do these presentations. They'd be like, "Yo, look at the shit we about to do, bro. Yeah,
Here's
we about
what
to
we
have this
have
show,
because
fucking
we don't
Harry
have
Potter
writers.
and what." So Warner Brothers Discovery, who they're about to flip the switch on HBO Max at the end of the month. They announced all this other stuff. They're doing DC. There's going to be a lot of stuff that they're announcing. Dave Meltzer reported that AEW is supposed to be part of their upfront presentation, which many are assuming to mean that it's going to be the Collision official announcement. I guess we would figure out what Rampage is going to be at some point. Are y'all ready for like this next chapter of AEW is here now? Like, nigga, we here.
Yeah.
We don't have that Stephen A. Smith clip.
That's another show. That's another show.
All right,
it's definitely another show.
But like, there's a reason why this happened on Dynamite this week. The talk of the town is that you're getting a couple people's faces on TV because they about to be on.
Hey, Miro definitely got a black barber because he definitely looked Dominican right there.
That shit is clean.
He definitely looked like he got like some red shorts on or some chocolates. You know what I'm saying?
Miro looked like he was in that barbershop about 4 hours. Yeah.
It's okay, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. Hey, I'll be back next week, papi.
Miro said, no problem. Miro said, as long as I'm on TV at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock? He said, I got you, papi. I got you.
That's the one thing I don't like. I think Miro deserves to be on television.
Yes.
He should have been on TV.
He should have been on TV for a while.
The reports were that he was rejecting their ideas.
That's what they've been saying.
That means your ideas are ass.
Right.
But
he's one of the most legit looking guys on your TV.
Yep.
So he's got enough cachet to say, nah, I'm cool.
That's right.
Strong J.
Got enough strong J.
Enough strong J for that.
I see them in LA.
Like, yo, you legit put him with blonde hair as the best man in the best friend's wedding. Right.
Yep.
And he eventually turned that into something, which was him being God's favorite, or you know what I'm saying? Which he had a hell of a run, and you gave the title to fucking Darby Allin.
Nah, he took the title off of Darby Allin.
Same thing.
Everest boy.
Who the fuck he lost to?
He lost to Sammy Guevara. That's when they tried to do Sammy Guevara.
Darby Allin Latin.
Where's Trinity at? What?
It's awful.
So you gotta you really gotta start. Somebody has to manage this shit correctly, God.
The Miro shit?
No,
the whole shit.
The whole thing.
I'm starting to see their problem, and it ain't nothing that I've heard talked about a lot.
It's because he was front row.
But that's very funny.
So,
shout out
to everything.
Man. Hey, shout out Tone.
Salute. Like we said, is
to my cousin people's Tone.
Is Math TK homie?
Hey, fuck this nigga, yo. I love him to death. I love him to death.
I love you, but fuck you, nigga. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Because I get the tickets. I don't look
around our family.
Cuz sent me on my phone. I don't even look at the tickets. I get to the door and I showed it to the people. They said, oh, all right, come in right here, Mr. Matt. You know what I mean? I was like, no, I'm not mad. You know what I mean? But come on, I'm ready.
Can you claim?
I don't know them niggas.
Can you claim Miro's Latino?
I kept showing people the tickets. That kept getting closer and then closer. And then, I was like,
Poppy, come in.
It was a nice little note on the seat and 17 Hershey Kisses. And it said, and they was a T and a K. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's Tony Khan. You know what I mean?
He's a lie.
Hershey Kisses is crazy.
If I see you tomorrow, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Right. I'm telling you tomorrow.
Wow. So
the issue, the biggest issue AEW legitimately has is being on networks that have sports.
I don't think that matters.
Well, it's huge. It's huge for Friday night because that show moves all around.
Wait, fam, drip. Is Rampage is on early this week, right?
On Saturday.
It's on Saturday this week.
It's like 5:30 or something.
What?
And it was just on another night like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it bounces a lot.
It's a whole Easter egg hunt for that goddamn show. You cannot get traction if you are a sports network first. You know what I'm saying?
Saturday 10/9 Central.
10 at night?
So
Who's
10
home?
10 p.m. Eastern on Saturday.
Nobody.
That's disrespectful. They disrespecting them.
Wait,
hold on.
Go ahead, ask a question.
It's playoff time.
What's on TV?
Exactly.
It might be the playoff time, but why does the other side always manage to finagle? They know how to finagle and try to work their way into making sure that they get into a spot without losing the time. It's always a bad thing. Hold on. It's always a bad thing when you're managing linear TV. Stream, you can do whatever you want, but managing linear TV is extremely hard. And when you start moving your shows around, it's bad. It's like really, really bad.
Hold on, Mimi.
It took WWE
Cena and Hercules
20 years to stop getting preempted by the Westminster
Dog Show.
I was going to say, I think you Mimi, WWE. I mean, no, WWE got more stroke. Like you got to remember, AEW.
But that was a yearly, like once a year. This happens. The point against AEW and Rampage is this is a almost.
Right, but the thing is you got to put the right people. But you got to put the right people in place so they know they have the connections within. You got to get a right agency to make sure that they buy you the right time.
Is fucking AEW anything? Dynamite, Rampage, Rev's House, whatever the fuck that shit is called.
Whose house?
Is that shit competing with the NBA playoffs?
No, they're moving their time slots when the playoffs come up.
Yeah, they on the same channel. They can't compete.
This is playing at 5 o'clock on Saturday. That they're going to play on Saturday or they're going to play on Thursday, and then AEW got to go somewhere else. It's just what it is.
Hey, Cal, you got Mike.
Why your mic so loud?
I'm sorry. I moved it close to me. I'm sorry. I was just moving.
Why don't you tell me what you want to know?
Tell me now.
The fact still remains, though. The fact still remains that what I'm saying is I'm all right. I'm gonna quiet down. But guess what? It don't make no difference for AEW. They're in a fucked up position because they only been around for less than 5 years. They ain't got no stroke like WWE. Again, WWE had
about money. It's all about money. You got to
no, Mimi. But also there's also a thing called a seniority. WWE had to eat shit to them dogs on Monday nights for how long? You don't even know what the Westminster Dog Show is at this point because WWE's got that spot. AEW ain't built up that cachet yet to do that yet.
I hear you, but it's all about buying the spot. It's money. That's all it is.
But Mimi, how can wrestling go up against NW or NBA and the NHL and during the playoff season?
This was my question.
What's the cost of that?
Would WWE be preempted by the NBA playoffs?
They don't play on them. They don't play. They would, but they don't play on those channels.
Yeah,
you sure?
No. They would. No, if
they had a preempt when SmackDown was on Fox, they had a preempt it for playoff baseball or World Series baseball, and that's why they would.
That's different. Different.
But that's the same thing. But you're saying because it's on cable in USA, would they have to be preempted or would they
playoff World Series baseball is different?
It was still
different. It's the same thing. It's a
because we're saying that the revenue that live sports generates is more than wrestling generates. That's what Mimi's saying. Like the argument that they have to have enough money to lock in their spot no matter what.
Either lock in the 7 o'clock hour or lock in
the day. Don't switch from Friday to Saturday.
Yeah, that's
Fridays.
what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
they can't though. Not on those channels. Not during playoff season. They can't.
What I'm saying. They can't lock in the time before the playoffs start.
I'm sorry, Matt. What I'm saying is AEW is not more important than NHL and NBA to lock in a spot over them during playoff season. Dynamite, Rampage, Collision. It's not more important than the money that's coming in from the sponsors for the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs, and whatever else is playing before. I mean, and it's still a pecking order at some point.
Because the reason they shifted Dynamite to TBS was because they bought the NHL and were like, we need a home for hockey on TNT. Wednesdays will be the night. So they're like, our sister channel needs something like a strong anchor like Dynamite, which will be its key live TV show going forward. And that's how they salvaged that transition of Dynamite being swapped from one network to the other. But the fact that Rampage has to bounce nights is because they've always had playoff basketball since Rampage has existed. That's the thing. It's just certain times during the year, the All-Star break or playoff basketball, it'll be Saturday or it'll be early. And until they get, 7 years maybe of content that shows that they're capable of putting up numbers and generating revenue, that they'll have that spot locked in. If the show, that's the thing. I'm saying that's thinking far ahead of like what you just said. Like it took how many years for the Westminster Dog Show to be like,
it's the
not listening. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that the dog show was not, that they were more important than the dog show. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you can lead into the content, or you can lead out of you can come at the tail end of the content. That's what I'm saying. It's all about buying the spot. They don't have partnerships like that.
Is that TNT buying the spot, or is that AEW buying the spot?
Media department buying the spot.
I guess the assumption is if they're going to buy that spot, right?
That's a lot.
No, if they want to buy the spot, it has to be enticing, which goes back to what you're saying. They're not in the pecking order
at all.
They don't have sponsorships.
It's Tony Khan and them and what TNT and TBS and Warner Brothers.
And they don't have the right strong agency. They don't have the right agency to help buy. They need a media agency to help buy those spots.
Maybe what'd you say, man?
I'm saying I'm trying to buy out the spot from the NBA.
That's an expensive spot.
No, man. No, that's a legit question. I ain't trying to be.
That's the thing. You're not arguing against those. It don't matter who you are. If you ain't the NFL, you getting bumped for the NBA. You're getting bumped for Major League Baseball.
Once they put a Jordan commercial on that motherfucker, it's over.
But it's still the eyes. I mean, you got to remember during NBA playoff season, those teen boys who are watching WWE are watching the playoffs. They're not watching WWE. It's too much primetime television going on during the summertime. And if AEW can't get those eyeballs from NBA and NHL because they're going to bump them, it's going to mess up that consistency for them. No,
it's messing it up now.
That's what I'm saying. No, yeah, I think you're exactly right. We're seeing the proof, and it's going to be tougher for a Saturday night show when they're doing Collision with CM Punk and Miro and Thunder Rosa and whoever else.
Who's watching wrestling on Saturday night? That's not a premium live event.
Outside.